Hi everyone, Carlisa here from Moth and Myth, coming to you today for a spooky season project that I think you're going to absolutely love. We're building apothecary jars today with our Wunderkammer Collection, which entails a lot of skeletons and then for the season spider webs, which we're very excited about. This project is fantastic to put on a mantle or bookcase. It's very sophisticated and can also look fantastic all year round. So let me talk to you about our supplies we're using today. We got a set of apothecary jars that you can find on Amazon. They're really affordable. I believe the ones we got were around $45. Other supplies you're going to need are Spanish moss, which we have here. And then more decorative moss that we got at a florist. The Spanish moss you can get at a florist, also on Amazon. And then since we live in Seattle, I was at the beach the other day and found some really fantastic seaweed specimens that we're also going to use in our jars. Just really fantastic shapes, all natural. We didn't color them or anything like that. Other supplies we're going to use are spider webs from our Wunderkammer October collection, seahorse skeletons, our temptress snake, which we absolutely adore. This skeleton is gorgeous, by far my favorite. That shape is just amazing. And then we're also going to use the little spider for the spider web. So to start the project, we're gonna do a sea themed one first. So you're going to take your jar. We love this tall one for this specific display. You're going to take a little bit of Spanish moss, put it right in the bottom of the jar there. And you don't need to flatten it out. Just let it be its natural shape. Then we're going to take a little bit of that decorative moss and stick it in there. And we're doing this so it creates multiple textures. It just adds interest to the jar. And then we're gonna take one of our seaweed specimens that we found at the beach and just put it right down in there. And you can play with it, obviously shape it the way you want. And then we have our seahorse specimen. So these come flat and then we just shape them to make them a little bit more three-dimensional. And it just makes them that much more lively, as you can see. And we're just gonna stick that right in the front. And you can again play with this, shape it the way you want so you can get it exactly how you prefer. And then we're going to put the apothecary lid right on there. So then you have a finished jar. You can see we also have one over here. It's a little bit different. So you can see the different variations that you can make. The next jar we're gonna do is the spider web jar, which is really, really fantastic. Oh, by the way, none of these jars you need any type of adhesive for. It's amazing. There's no glue, tape, anything like that. You just build them and they stay as is. So with this, we're gonna use our pearlescent spider web. It's just absolutely gorgeous and very flexible. We're gonna stick it right into the jar and just have it bend around it. And then we're gonna take our spider, and this comes in the set, and the set looks just like this. It's called our Weaver set. And we're just going to put the spider and kind of weave the legs through the web. So you don't need to glue it in there, and it's very natural. And then it's incredibly simple. Just add the lid and you have a perfect spider specimen for your bookshelf. The third jar we're going to do today is our temptress snake jar. So we actually use 2 snakes for this, and this specimen is already stylized, but I'm going to show you a flat specimen here. Flat specimen, we're going to take that and just lightly break the skeleton there so it's a little bit more flexible, and then we're going to shape it. And when we do, it turns out like this. We've already broken the skeleton right there, so it's a little bit more flexible. And we're going to just gently put it right into the jar there. And again, you want to spend some time designing that as you would and to your liking. And then we're going to use a second one, and just to show you how to shape them really quickly, you're just going to bend the skeleton right around your finger, so it just adds that shape of a natural snake skeleton with the ribs. Just makes it that much more realistic. And then we're just going to gently stick it right in here with this other one. And with this one, what I like to do is just to have it floating over the edge. So you can kind of get an idea of what that looks like. And again, you're just going to want to shape it so it works the way you would like it to. And you can, if you wanted to, use a little bit of museum putty, which I do have here, even though I said this is an adhesive-free project. You can use a little bit of museum putty if you wanted to, just to keep the snake head down. So then, like, it's just a really beautiful jar. This jar, I actually don't like putting the lid on. I love the skeleton coming up and over. It just is really interesting and much more appealing to me. So those are your apothecary jars. They're so much fun to make. I really hope you guys enjoyed the project and go out and make some spooky jars for yourselves. Thanks, and we'll see you again soon.